So this is a Chassidish Nigun from a Chassidish. When it's good to sing it by a Chassidish Verbringen after a couple of Chaim, noch a cup matchke, and as even the minute gets to sing a Nigun before I say something a word, so I'll sing a Nigun. I usually want to sing only one song and keep the other song for the following week. But this week was two songs that I sang, and it's appropriate for these weeks because Axre speaks about the Shnei Bnei Adam. In my opinion, the only problem that they had was you're supposed to farbring after you daven. After you daven and you were in Seder and you did the Aveda and all that, then you take a couple of Chaim and you sing a Chassidus Shanigim. Other state as other there's the opinion that Suri Yain, they were Moli Simcha, they were not serious enough, so to speak. They were very serious, but in a happy way. But they were Suri Yain, so they were, at least the Chatzanias on the surface, it looked like that the Mashke, the Rebbe very much emphasized that those who are under 40 should drink less than 3, and this is negated to the Klamke, the Rebbe said. And even those who are over 40, when they drink, they have to have what to drink. So if they learn Chassidus, and if they daven Veda, then they have what to drink. Either they're very, very happy, or Bashkacha Pratis, I sang a song that's Vekas the Kinning, not Vedas the Kinning. And when you finish davening, and you say to yourself, it wasn't good enough. My davening wasn't the way it should be. This is, then you farbring and you just ate it, and it's, and you need Yeshua. You say, Hashem, help me. That's case Yeshua says so. You take a course, you take a keshikol, a keser from, you say l'chaim, when you say L'chaim Rebbe, and the Rebbe looked on each and every one of us in the eyes and answered us L'chaim to lift us up. When the Rebbe looks at us, and those who were by Fabringen, they envisioned the way they're sitting in front by the Fabringen, standing there by the Fabringen, and saying L'chaim to the Rebbe. And definitely, there's the Balamechin, and then there's the Balafeda, and then there are those simple people who know in their heart that there's a lot to be desired to their Aveda. Nevertheless, saying L'chaim and knowing that you're by a Chassidish Fabringen, even more than that, they say that Tzemach Tzedek, when he was in his 80s, cried once, and they asked him why he's crying, and he said that he misses the Chassidish Fabringen because he remembered when before he was Rebbe, he was able to attend Chassidish Fabringens, and the Tzemach Tzedek says that what's going to bring Mashiach, one of the things that will bring Mashiach, he said one is his children, and then he said, I have a minute from a tzaddik, and he said, Chassidish Fabringens, or the Chassidim, this is, the Tzemach Tzedek was Molei v'Godesh and the Gon and the Tzaddik and the Kodesh and the Toir, and what did he cry and feel sorry for himself that he couldn't attend the Chassidish Fabringen. The Sead Friedrich Rebbe that he used to listen from the telephone downstairs the way they used to Fabring. So the bottom line is that those who can learn Chassidus should learn Chassidus, those who can daven ba'aveda should daven, and those who tried and it's not, you have to try, that's for sure, you have to try. And then, but there's a seder. You can't say L'chaim before davening, although once, this year, in the beginning of the year, I went to Shleimer, my son, and I was there, I went Shabbos to daven by Rabbi Lipsker, and they have a first minyan that's from 8 to 9 o'clock, or something like that. And I came there when that first minyan was making Kiddush, and Rabbi Lipsker was there talking to them, and after he finishes, he goes to the big minyan in the big shul. But when he was talking to them, I sat down there, so and I told them I didn't daven yet, but they gave me L'chaim one after another, and then the davening was a different davening with L'chaim. So sometimes before davening to say L'chaim, if nothing else helps, is b'shas adchak or b'shas there's no brera, mashkin is abhebe. But to say that is that first you learn Chassidus, then you daven ba'aveda, then you daven b'achosid. But that Shabbos when they gave me L'chaim, and then I came down to daven in the big shul, they gave me the Musav Echet, is given Bigelufin. The Musav was a Chassidusher Bigelufin. So sometimes, some people, Mazir Shleimer, when he said L'chaim, he used to start crying after the mashke had an effect on him. Some people, when they say L'chaim, they become very happy. Some people, there's not a klal. By me, you never know. So I'm only just both. Sai Sifreilach and Sai Sigistren from beide Seiten. So this is the idea. The idea is that the Pnimius and the Chitzenius should align. Nichnas nayin yotzasod. When you drink mashke, when one drinks mashke, the Chitzenius takes over. It brings out the Pnimius, but B'chitzenius, it becomes a unstructured Teodika, sometimes a Teodika Aveda. And that's one effect that Yain could have. And the other effect it could have is that the tears take over and becomes bittul and mysterious nefesh, and till there's a ratzui without a shuv. And you can't. You have to. A person in this world, the tachlis is this world, and you have to live al Petera, al Shulchan Aruch, and the way the Alpi with the Rebbe gave us directions and told us how to, within these confines, you do your best and you do with your pnimius. But it can't be by Achrei Bnei Aaron, because Hashem via Musa, they wanted to die, they wanted to dissolve into Hashem. It's a very holy, it's even holier. And Mesha said, I thought I was holy and you aren't, but this is even holier than holy. And Mele, Mesha was an honor, he can talk on himself. But how could you say that on Aaron also? I thought, me, you are holy. How could he have an opinion on someone else? But here he wasn't judging Aaron how holy he is or not. What he was saying was that we have no idea in the madrege of holiness that you are. And the Rebbe says in the Sikha that this was this holiness in a way had to be. The Torah tells us about this because to break through the way that the Aveda in the Beis Hamikdash has to be a total commitment and a total holiness and a total mysterious nefesh to Hashem. That's how you do Aveda in the strongest of ways. Yet this was just the foundation, the Yisod, when they started the Beis Hamikdash. Once it happened. But really, that's not the Aveda. The Aveda is that should be Eres B'Kelim. And the Aveda is, there was a time in Russia when there was Mesiras Nefesh, and it had to be the Aveda then. Now, it's not the Aveda. The Aveda is Eres B'Kelim, and it should be Mesiras Nefesh, Metech Harchovev, Tevanira V'Anigle, and Kasper Mazovim Itam, like the Rebbe says. But in this is even a deeper resolve of Mitech Simcha V'Tuv Leivav to connect to Hashem with all the madregas of holiness. And this Shabbos we learn Achre, Kdeshim, and by Mincha we learn Emer. And every Seder talks about a certain holiness. The Achre talks about a holiness of total commitment, of the highest level of holiness that one should find in his heart to devote himself to Hashem and know that his neshama be'etzem is connected to Hashem to the point that is higher than Malachim and higher than Brias Elomis and the Seder Shtalshalos. Yisrael L'Raisa Kutshabricha Kuluchad. And that level of Atzmus. And then there's the Madrege of the middle Madrege, that's Gdeshim Tiyu Ki Kodesh Oni, that through the Sarusa Del Tata, because the Rebishter wanted that when there's a Sarusa Del Tata, there should be a Sarusa Del Leila. So that's Gdeshim Tiyu. The Rebishter says, be holy. But be holy because I give you the Keches. And where should you be holy? Down here in this world. Ne'om Hazat Atachten. Do the Aveda here. And then there's the Aveda from Emer, V'yisem V'skadishtem, V'yisem Gdeshim, that even Kadosh Hatzchol Mutaloch, even the Aveda that from Shabbos that you could eat, Komlach Chasuya, the Aveda from that in and this is the third kedusha, that there's tzaddikim beinanim and rishoyim, not such a high madrege, or the opposite, there's tzaddikim beinanim and rishoyim is bal tshuva really. So there's the madrege from bal tshuva from tzaddikim, and they also have a tzaddik in the highest level could still do tshuva, because tshuva means that he returns to Hashem and he forgets about his yeshes. And that's the tshuva of a tzaddik is a very, very high madrega. Not every tzaddik is zecher to that, so to speak. And then there's the tshuva from Beinanim. There's the tshuva from Rishoyim, people who are not on a high level. And also when they do tshuva, their past is gone. Their past has no effect on their connection to Hashem. Not only that, is the highest level of connection to Atzmus, having the thrust of doing tshuva lifts him up on a level that he is able to connect to Hashem on such a loving and high state of Kedusha that even though just a minute before he was who knows where, the Eibishter lifts him up, not because he's the Eibishter says you do tshuva and you make a commitment to change yourself and uplift yourself. And even the Rebbe says, even when you say oy vey akrecht, this is tshuva law, the Rebbe says in today's day and age. So tshuva you don't have to give up before you even started. The moment you give a krecht, oi, what did I do? And the Eibishter, forgive me. Or Eibishter, let me try to daven now. Let me try to learn now. Even though a moment before I was who knows what and thinking who knows when, so this is the three levels of Kedusha that we concentrate on positivity. That Achre and Kdeshim and Emer is is constantly is the positivity of it is to a Yid wants to connect to Hashem, and the Chassid wants to connect to the Rebbe, and that this krecht is good to that he should nemen zich in the hand and they give him keches momaila, because being that he applied himself, they will help him, and there's hope for each and every one of us. And the Rebbe says, "L'hom nachas von uns," the Rebbe says, "L'hom nachas von uns." So zayin the gula mitzvah shlema, take it miyad mamish, yichiyad neinu rabbeinu melech HaMashiach le'olam va'ed.